thanks for tuning in. So here I'm carving a commission project for a client that requested it for a wedding gift. The desired carving was a cross and tree design, approximately 8 by 10 inches in size. I had about 5 hours to complete the carving according to their budget, so I adjusted the design so I could carve a unique piece but yet still get it done in a reasonable amount of time. Just like every carving, I start off by separating the layers. In this case, there's only two main layers, the cross and the tree. I work through this relatively quickly. I really wanted to make the tree stand out from the cross, so I recessed the cross layer back approximately 1 inch. One thing I needed to keep in mind is making sure the depth of the cross is relatively the same all the way around the tree. I then made a stop cut where the trunk and leaf sections meet and recessed the trunk into the carving approximately a ½ inch. Once I carved the trunk to its proper depth, I then rounded the sides of the trunk back to the cross layer. The next step was to shape the leaf section of the tree. I determined where center was approximately on the tree. I then tapered back from that point to the cross layer. Now that the cross's depth is established, it's easy to do, but it's important not to nick the layer when shaping the tree. If it's nicked by accident, it could lead to spending unnecessary time fixing it. With this carving, I felt it was best to have a living tree full of leaves. This is relatively new territory for me. I don't have a ton of experience carving a full tree with leaf details. I decided my game plan was to start off with large dremel burrs and create multiple large sections of leaves. I like using the dremel here because it creates a nice random aspect that I think looks good. With a pointed burr, I went through the deep spots again, creating a little extra depth. To create the leaf texture, I used a flat bottom burr and pressed in, covering the large sections of tree. I varied the angle and pressure used here to again create that desired random look. I started with a large bit at first, then I'd go over it again with smaller bits, which created the leaf texture. The client wanted the wedding date in the carving, so I thought it would be unique if the date was carved into the tree. I outlined where I wanted the date to go, and then recessed that section into the trunk of the tree. With micro gouges, I then carved the lettering into the tree. I used mini files to clean the area up and add a little extra depth to the lettering. I then carved the bark texture to the trunk of the tree. While using a V-gouge, I made crossing vertical strokes varying in length and depth. With the bark around the date, I just cleaned it up and added some jagged edges, giving it some character. To finish the project off, I gave the cross a vertical carved texture using a shallow gouge. I felt that this gives the cross a unique look, and it separates the two layers, helping them both stand out from each other. I was really happy with the way the carving turned out. Again, the tree design was new to me, but I was looking forward to giving it a try. I learned some new things and figured out a couple of techniques that I'll definitely apply to carvings in the future. I'm a self-taught carver, so the things I do may not be the textbook way. If you're a carver and know of a better way or technique, I encourage you to share your experiences in the comments. It's a great way to help the carving community grow in their own skills and abilities. Thanks for watching.